Hi, Recovery Girls. I'm Kristin. I'm going to talk about step 5 for partners of sex addicts. Step 5 says, admitted to God, to myself, and to another human being the exact nature of my wrongs. I am so grateful for this step because it helped me understand a lot of the underlying roots of the choices that I've made, the things that I've done, and the character defects that I have that I'm not proud of or that have been wrong or sinful towards others. So when the partner of a sex addict is in a safe and stable place, when they are in an empowered place where they are calm and they are able to start to take a step 5, it can be a really encouraging and powerful moment. If at all possible to do this with another partner of a sex addict who has lived through this and is a couple steps ahead, I think that can be really encouraging because anyone who's gone through betrayal trauma can help identify the root causes of some of our character defects a little bit more quickly. The beauty of step 5 is that I'm not just making a laundry list of all the bad things I've done, but I am looking at the root causes. So in thinking about the exact nature of my wrongs, I'm looking at things like my fear, my pride. For example, as the partner of a sex addict, I was mortified when the story of what was going on with my ex-husband and I started to go public, when people started requesting for prayer for us and the news started to travel. My image management character defect was really inflated during that time because my image was being what I felt like destroyed. In reality, I had no control over what other people were going to say. I was powerless. But I was so ashamed and so struggling with people knowing this, and there's nothing I could do about it. So with the loving guidance of God, my sponsor, who taught me then to be loving and compassionate and non-judgmental to myself, I was able to start to realize the exact nature of my wrong. For example, in that area was pride and fear. Fear of man, fear of what people are going to think of me. And I started to realize where all of that was coming from instead of just swirling in an attempt to get people to stop talking or in an attempt to manage how that information was going around. I was powerless over the sex addict. I was powerless over his addiction. I was powerless over what other people were going to do with that information. But that did not mean that I had less value or worth. I began to realize I don't need to fear what everybody else thinks of me. I don't need to maintain an image. Really, all that matters is who I am and God creating me. And my 5th step started helping me identify some of the roots of the ways that I behaved or acted or had attitude that were not reflective of who I knew God wanted me to be. It is a freeing process. It is a loving process. It's a process of being accepted and loved by God, by your sponsor. It's awesome. So thankful I don't have to be on this recovery journey alone. I'm thankful that you're on it with me.